The year is 2025. Our planet is changing and the evidence is all around us. Wildfires rage across continents, leaving behind scorched earth and displaced communities. Coastal cities brace themselves against rising sea levels, their streets increasingly prone to flooding. Glaciers, once mighty symbols of nature's grandeur, shrink at alarming rates, their meltwater contributing to the swelling oceans. These are not scenes from a dystopian future, they are the realities of a world grappling with the consequences of climate change. The Earth's climate has always fluctuated, shaped by natural cycles over millennia. What we are experiencing today, however, is different. The rate of change is unprecedented, outpacing anything observed in our planet's recent history. This rapid warming is not a natural phenomenon. It is driven by human activities, primarily the burning of fossil fuels, which release massive amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. The consequences of climate change extend far beyond these visible disasters. It disrupts ecosystems, threatening biodiversity and the delicate balance of life on Earth. It exacerbates existing social and economic inequalities, disproportionately impacting vulnerable communities least equipped to cope with its effects. The urgency of the climate crisis cannot be overstated. It is a defining challenge of our time, demanding immediate and collective action. To understand the complexities of climate change, we must first delve into the science behind it. At the heart of this issue lies the greenhouse effect, a natural process that regulates our planet's temperature. Certain gases in the atmosphere, such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide, act like a giant blanket around the Earth. They trap heat from the sun, preventing it from escaping back into space. This natural greenhouse effect is essential for life as we know it. It keeps our planet warm enough to support diverse ecosystems and allows for the existence of liquid water, a prerequisite for life. However, human activities, particularly since the Industrial Revolution, have significantly increased the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. The burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, and industrial agriculture are major contributors to these emissions. As we pump more greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, we are essentially thickening the Earth's insulating blanket, trapping more heat and causing the planet to warm at an unnatural rate. This warming effect is what we refer to as global warming, a key driver of climate change. The year 2025 will be etched in history as one of unprecedented climate extremes. Across the globe, temperature records are being shattered, pushing the limits of what was once considered normal. The average global temperature continues its upward trend, surpassing the critical 1.5 degrees Celsius warming threshold set by the Paris Agreement. Sea levels are rising at alarming rates, threatening coastal communities and infrastructure. The melting of glaciers and ice sheets, combined with the thermal expansion of seawater as it warms, contributes to this relentless rise. Extreme weather events, once considered rare, are becoming increasingly frequent and intense. Heat waves are longer, droughts more severe, and storms more powerful, leaving a trail of destruction and displacement in their wake. These events are not isolated incidents, they are interconnected symptoms of a planet in distress. The scientific community has been sounding the alarm for decades, warning of the consequences of unchecked greenhouse gas emissions. The data is clear. Climate change is real, it is happening now, and it is accelerating at an alarming rate. Section 4. The acceleration of climate change, a vicious cycle. One of the most concerning aspects of climate change is its self-reinforcing nature. As the planet warms, it triggers feedback loops that further amplify the warming effect, creating a vicious cycle that is difficult to break. One such feedback loop involves the melting of permafrost, permanently frozen ground found in high-latitude regions like the Arctic. Permafrost contains vast amounts of trapped organic matter, including ancient plant and animal remains. As permafrost thaws due to rising temperatures, these organic materials decompose, releasing methane and carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. These greenhouse gases further contribute to global warming, accelerating the thawing of more permafrost in a dangerous feedback loop. Another feedback loop involves the role of forests as carbon sinks. Forests play a vital role in regulating the Earth's climate by absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere through photosynthesis. However, deforestation, driven by agricultural expansion and logging, is releasing this stored carbon back into the atmosphere, contributing to the greenhouse effect. Section 5. Our collective action towards a sustainable and hopeful future. Despite the urgency and magnitude of the climate crisis, there is still hope. We have the knowledge, the tools, and the collective capacity to avert the worst-case scenarios and chart a path towards a more sustainable future. The first step is understanding the problem, recognizing that climate change is not a distant threat, but a present reality that demands our immediate attention. We must transition away from fossil fuels and embrace renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and geothermal. These technologies are becoming increasingly affordable and efficient, offering viable alternatives to carbon-intensive energy production. Investing in energy efficiency measures, both in our homes and businesses, can significantly reduce our energy consumption and carbon footprint. Protecting and restoring our forests is crucial in mitigating climate change. Forests act as carbon sinks, absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and storing it in their biomass. By halting deforestation and promoting sustainable forest management practices, we can harness the power of nature to combat climate change. Individual actions, while seemingly small, collectively have the power to drive significant change. By making conscious choices in our daily lives, we can reduce our environmental impact. Opting for public transportation, cycling, or walking instead of driving reduces carbon emissions. Choosing energy-efficient appliances, reducing our consumption of meat and dairy products, and supporting businesses committed to sustainability are all steps in the right direction. The fight against climate change is not a burden to bear, but an opportunity to create a more just, equitable, and sustainable world. It is a call to action for governments, businesses, communities, and individuals to come together and embrace solutions that benefit both people and the planet. By working together, we can build a future where humanity thrives in harmony with nature, ensuring a healthy and vibrant planet for generations to come.